this fucking thing. Upcoming! Aye. The man is alive, look at that. Secret stream. Guys been with Dragonfly, okay. Okay. Wait, what's that? Yes, server test. Look at that. I already made some tests. Apparently. How are we gonna do this? How does it actually work? HTTP test new server. We need a handler. Okay, so we need to make a server. New server. Shit. Storage, cache. Problematic problems. This is basically where dependency comes in. Because you're gonna test your server and then you see, oh shit, I need a storage, I need a metric store, I need a cache. Luckily, these are all interfaces because I knew. Right? These are all interfaces, easy peasy. So we need to fill them in. The problem is, we don't have that. I deleted that. Storage, mob cache, store, new file, memory store. Go. And now I need to do the trick, their tricks. Nice try. Okay, man. No problemo, my friend. And yeah, Raptor. Shit. Raptor. Damn, can I go back in time? Shit me, man. Browse files, maybe. Let me see. Hopefully we have a memory store sitting in here. Look at that. Look at this. Let's copy that. Let's paste that in. Good morning, Jan. What's up, man? Types. What's up? What's poppin'? It's gonna be internal. Tornado. Deploy. We don't have that. It's gonna be deployment. Deployment, enjoyment, annoyment, active deployment. Perhaps deploys, we don't have that, I guess. Deployment history, are we actually using that? I don't think so. Ashton, what's up, man? Good morning, my man from London. Good morning, my English friend. You handsome motherfucker. What is up, people? We're gonna do some session because I was bored. I thought I was gonna stream. Focus stream. Hey, by the way, guys, look at this. What I did, man, this morning when everybody was asleep. I was basically doing this. Look at that. Look at this, man. Holy crap. Raptor running in a distributed cluster. Invoking runtimes. Five pieces. It was running like a madman. It's crazy. I'm so happy. And I got a new Patreon member paying me $10 a month. What a morning to start the day, innit? This is insane. I also drank too much caffeine already. It's my 4th cut and I have this caffeine overload and my system is shaking and I don't feel well because I drank too much caffeine. Also in a little bit of a cut. So I only eat it one big pot of yogurt, proteins, 40 grams in the tummy, because my bulk is going a little bit. I don't know what's going on. It's a lean bulk, but it's I'm getting fat, not gonna lie. I'm getting fat. I'm getting yoked, that's for sure. I'm getting strong, that's for sure. I'm fucking strong. But I'm also not sharp anymore. That's the thing. But that's the natty life. So we have these endpoints. Can we actually use this memory store in our test? We also need eine Modcache. Metric store, okay. And then a cache. I think a cache we have, right? A new default mod cache. Okay. New Get out of here. But that's storage, right? Okay, that's the cache. And the store itself is going to be storage.new memory store. Memory store, my friends. What are you doing? Memory store. That's what I want. And now we need a metrics. Oh, also a metric store. But I think we will do the metrics into the memory store itself. Right? So the memory store is going to be a store, but also a metric store. You know what I mean? That's the power of interfaces. So we're going to push this in. Let me see. HTTP test. No, that's not what we want. S. New server. Storage, metrics, or cache. Right? So store, cache. Metrics is also going to be stored. So it's not going to work. How close is Raptor for production? For testing, close. For real production, where people are going to pay money, we don't know. I'm a single man army, you know what I mean? I don't know. Soon. Okay, so this is implementing not what we want. Missing method create deployments. Okay. Create deployments. Of course it's not. Fucking yeah, it's gonna be still problematic. Get endpoints. Actually, what I'm gonna do. Do not do get endpoints. That's what I do. If something is create runtime metric. Oh, this is the metric store, I see. Cache is working. I like that. Create runtime metric. Okay, it's easy peasy, right? NX30 here. Great content like always. Neox Fallen, thank you so much, my man. I much appreciate that. Create runtime metric. This will be, it's gonna be this types, probably a pointero. Runtime metric. It's probably just an error in my opinion here. Error with. Nope, still not. Get runtime metrics, okay. Metrics. What do we want for that? Nothing. It's gonna be this, and then probably a slice to types runtime metric. This. Close that. Return nil. Save. UUID is gonna be some kind of a deploy ID, I guess. Pointers. Oh, they want no pointers. Hey. Yes! Look at that. Green, green, green. Green grass of home. Alright. That feels so good to stream it a little with not too much people in the chat, because otherwise it's like questions and I get distracted and that's not what I want. Alright, so now we have this server. So now we can test a new server. We need a handler. So we could say S. For example, handle, create endpoints. Shit, that's a problematic problem. I think we need make HTTP handler. Make API handler is a little bit of a decorator function. Pretty funny, like the comments on YouTube are getting worse. I got a comment last night and the guy was telling me, Anthony, you're always closing your sidebar. Now I cannot see your project structure. Fuck you. You're a noob. And I'm not. We are not the same. Oh man. Morning from Brazil. What up, Joviano? Okay, and then what's gonna do this? It's gonna be a server. Actually, test server. And then test server dot Actually, do we want the server here? Can we not just do... Could be me. Imagine not using a physics file, of course. But if I stream, my font is already bigger, so I cannot see enough. And if I then need to, I have two screens open most of the time, split screen. And if I then need to open my sidebar, what the hell? How can I even code like that? It's impossible. I don't think we need this test server. Well, what we could do is we could make a request, isn't it? So we could do something like that. HTTP new request. We can do a test request. Look at that. And then we need to do the same thing, like a method. It's gonna be a post, and then a target. That actually doesn't really matter, I think. And then we need a reader, right? A reader. We could do this, require, no, tr, right? We need that for our handler, right? Wait, is this what's going on? It's gonna be params. Endpoint params. Nope. Split screen. Name, runtime, and environment. Environment, we don't care about an environment actually. But let's test that. Let's test that. Map, string. Foo is the key, and bar is the value. I love you. Now I need to unmarshal that. That's so annoying. I need to make helpers for this because JSON, marshal, params, require, null, tr, bytes, new, reader, b. We already, that's fine. Still a problem. It returns a request. No error. Okay. If you say so. Is it like a do? Like I wanna actually... How can I round trip this? But is there no way to do... How did I test this? I could actually search for it. I'm thinking, do I need this test server? Hey, I just bought my first mechanical keyboard. Have a good day. No jazz, no love. Konstantin, I wish you the best with these keyboards, man. I wish you the best. You know what I mean? Bah! 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 Keyboards. Do you have worked as a freelancer before? Yeah, of course. How can I round trip? We could do client do, and then it's gonna do the request, but there is no. It's a. Is it with a recorder? What's a recorder? Installed server. But that's a response, right? I don't know how it works, man. I made a video about this, how to test HTTP server Golang. Holy crap, man. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. I knew we didn't need the HTTP test server. It's like a recorder, and that's the response. And because we have a response and a request, we know what a handler looks like in it, friends. So we do this. Make API handlers. S creates endpoints. Serve HTTP. Can we do that? Can we do this? Oh la 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 la. Type store has no field get endpoints. Oh yeah, I see what's going on here. All good, buddies. 200 okay. Okay, buddy, 200 okay. Problem is, if I do this like more than a lot of shit, a ton of characters, it should actually fail. Why? Yes, bad request. Look at that. Beautiful, because limitations, you know what I mean? Limitations. Any plans for new content for full-time GoDev? Even with the new pay plan, I would be great. I really enjoy the content and learn a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I will. I think I'm going to do the... I need to find a good use case, you know what I mean? I don't want to... write garbage, you know what I mean? Needs to be some useful stuff. WMW, Anthony, you're awesome and best of the best. Thank you so much. I'm not the best of the best, but I'm awesome. That's true. Another coffee. I shouldn't actually don't do this. Okay, that works. So, what are we gonna test against? I think the first thing we want is require equal. The thing is, I'm writing these tests right now because they're important. Although there are a lot of development needs to be done, it's time to make these tests so I can be... I mean, there's so much code in the project that if you're moving things around, you really want to have these tests. At least a good portion of them. I also want to check if this actually exists, right? So we need to do something like the endpoint error is going to be store. It's not returning me any. It's returning me an endpoint. Wait, un momento, por favor. Let's do this. Let's do B R. JSON new decoder. Response body decodes and endpoints. Actually, to be honest, require nil tr. Right. Let me print this endpoint real quick to see what's going on here. Muy bien. Now we assert it. And now we assert it, boys. That's as simple as it is. Let's do another require. Actually, to be actually cool, we do something like this. Name my endpoint. If you can type. If you can type. If you can type. If we can type. Oh boy. Runtime. Go. Do we care about that? Probably. Environments. Oh. Don't yank too much, my friend. Why do we do this? Because then we can actually do some decent assortations. Environment. Great that you started to care of your patrons. I was missing content for some time. Yeah, I know, Sensei. I know, boss. That's boss. It's a good day. I know. The thing is, yeah, I know, guys. I'm so sorry for the Patreons, but like I said, I'm still providing these videos, isn't it? It's just busy, you know. Okay, that sounds good. Is that and oh. Maybe we should test that the active deployment ID should be 0, but the thing is that actually, to be honest, we could do this, right? Actually not. Magico Lang. Alla. UUID 0. Where do we do that? API? Server? Let's search for zeros. Cannot find them. Maybe in runtime. What are you doing, Anthony? What are you doing, my friend, with these ID zeros? Paste that in. I'm just too good with this editor, man. Let us be honest. Come on. Let us be honest here. Let me clear this search thingy. Yeah. This is the UID 0. So what I'm gonna do is after this top. I like this function so hard. Let's test this function in the meantime also directly, all in one batch. You know what I mean? Shared is endpoint active deployment ID. Active deployment ID. Beautiful. Beautiful. What is Raptor? Just a name is worth a question. Yeah. Raptor is basically an open source alternative for Cloudflare workers, AWS Lambda, Fastly, Compute, Railway, and all that stuff. That's what a Raptor is. But it works with WASM, has 0 to none cold starts, can handle any language, and has a much better user experience. That's Raptor. Oh. I hope that answered your question. Way out of sync with sound. It could be that there is some barking going on, guys. Okay, this test is a success, I think. Of course, you can test good cases. You should also test the bad cases. What would you say to someone debating between starting Go or Elixir Go? No question, I don't need the rest. I don't need to read the rest. Elixir is amazing. I wrote Elixir in production. I wrote Rust in production and professionally in a company. I wrote Elixir professionally in a company. And they are great languages. The problem is they're useless. Look, listen. So Phoenix and is a very good framework. The problem is, it's never about. First, it basically does not matter what language you learn. It's something you need to do for yourself, right? If you feel good with Elixir, you go with Elixir. But are you already at the point in your life you can do that? That's the question you need to ask. I don't know how old you are, and I don't know what your goals are in life. But if you decide to go for Elixir, you're basically cock-blocking your future right now. Why? Nobody wants Elixir developers. Nobody. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Is it a bad language? It's Erlang. It's just Erlang, right? This is built on Erlang. It's wrapped around Erlang with the Ruby syntax, created by Joseph Alim. Phoenix created by this other guy. Built on top of Cowboy, which is an HTTP server written in Erlang. But it's in my opinion, it's going to be a waste of time. Antonio, you said you like the GS ecosystem, but you also said that you don't like writing it anymore. I like JavaScript. I like JavaScript a lot. I just don't like every abstraction around it. You know what I mean? It's not that I don't like JavaScript. I like JavaScript. It's the way you need to... It's the way they force you to write JavaScript. That's the problem, right? Back in the day, you had jQuery, was amazing. Plain vanilla JavaScript. Beautiful. Amazing. Felt so good. But right now you can't anymore, right? Because you need 20,000 bundlers, right? It's a pain in the ass. Then you need to open up the floodgates npm with all junk written by all these crappy devs. Which could be me included. I mean, there should be some packages for me. So I'm thinking test endpoint. How can I quickly fix this? How can I quickly fix this? Man, like, I'm gonna be honest. Web development is completely broken. I have no words for that. And mark my words, in the next coming year, in the next coming 2 years, the sweep is about to happen. The sweep is already busy. And what is the sweep? All these tech influencers on Twitter, they're gonna get gone. They're gonna be deleted. They're gonna be wrecked. They gotta all these 100 days of code people, ChatGPT lovers, all these mediocre developers, they are gonna get swept out of the market. A sweep. And hopefully we go back to somewhat how it was a little bit, and then it's gonna build up again. Because the ecosystem, the tech industry had the breathing room to attract these abstractions, and with abstractions come influencers, come cultures, politics. But now all these companies are basically laying people off, and they're gonna get swept. Swoopity whoopity. And the people that are basically being looked upon like, oh, how do you write code with your... You don't listen to the community, you don't follow the rules. We will stay here and make the money. And you will get wrecked. Fired, and you go back to something else, woodworking or electronics, you know what I mean? You go back to McDonald's. That's what's happening. And you're gonna probably first post on Twitter that you are fired by Facebook or Twitch. Just get fired. Stop crying, be better. Simple as that. They cannot fire me because I'm not hired. You know what I mean? It's easy. If you're not hired, you cannot be fired. That's how it goes. Can we please make this test right now? What are we doing again? Yeah, let's just make an endpoint and post it. What is Raptor? For the people that don't know, please go to here and read the code. That's Raptor. And give it a star, please. Would be awesome. Do we do this pointer thing? Probably not. Types, endpoints, name, env, map. Actually, yeah, we can test that if we encode it again. Map, string, foo, bar. What do we need still? Active deploy maybe? Active deployment ID, UUID, new. The sweep, guys, prepare for the sweep. The more lead code you're gonna practice, the more interviewing, mock interviews you're gonna watch, the more interview preparation you're gonna do, that's the faster, that's the longer it takes to get a job, that's the faster you're gonna get swept. Because lead code and all that stuff will get you nowhere. There is on YouTube is a video about a guy. And he's always the fastest in advent of code, the fastest in lead code. He has world records. He is so fucking fast and smart in solving lead code problems. And still, he is broke as fuck. You know what I mean? He has no money. Why? Because he cannot solve real world problems. And that's completely different, right? A real world problem is not a lead code problem. So all these guys are getting swept because what do a company need? A company needs builders, company needs engineers that are basically the glue between the vision of the vision of the company, what the customers need, how the company can grow, and the implementation of that. It's solving these problems is what companies need, and that are the people that will stay in a company, and all the rest are gonna get swept. I like that word so much, swept. They're gonna get their ass whooped. Let's do a runtime here, why not? Go. We don't do this deployment history, we don't care. Runtime, active deployment, that should be fine. We need this server. Let's copy all that stuff. Paste it in. Copy and paste. That's my taste. Be careful before you get waste. Get request, yeah. We're gonna store this, right? Store, create endpoint. Create endpoint first. This endpoint, yada yada yada. It's gonna be an error. Do we gonna test this? Require dot nil t this, call it a day. Okay, so now that endpoint is in our database. Now we're gonna make a new request. We're gonna make a new record. Then we're gonna do handle get endpoint serve HTTP response this one. Then we need to basically do the same thing we did here. Copy that, boom. But in JavaScript it was already done. True. But we don't care, you know what I mean? Endpoint. Decode this thing. It's gonna be the new endpoint. Actually, fetched. No. Yes. No. Endpoint. Endpoint resp from response. What do you think about that? Actually, to be honest, I don't like this word. New endpoint. Or other. Other. That's actually even worse, but it is what it is. Other. Can we do a deep equal? Require. We cannot do a deep equal because these IDs are gonna be the same. That's true. The created at is gonna be actually, to be honest. Let's do this so we can actually do a time now. And then we could do required equal. And now it should work. Endpoint should be equal to the other endpoint. Isn't that true, my amigos? It's a problematic problems. Is that actually gonna work? It's not. Is it normal to browse all the time when you are coding? I wonder that you really don't open a browser to search anything. It's completely normal that you do that, Daniel, because what you see from me is basically stuff I can show in the stream. Right, so if I stream or I make a video, it's always gonna look like I'm just knowing everything on the top of my head, almost. But that's not true. If I need, for example, I needed to do a lot of stuff with the WASM runtimes, and it took me a long time. A lot of Googling, a lot of testing things out, a lot of reading, right? All the time. There was a week that I was basically only reading code and only Googling and searching stuff. And most of the time I do that in the seat, right? I just go into my seat, boom, with my laptop, and I chill with some pina colada, and I read and explore. I cannot stream that because it's not interesting for you to see me reading code, right? That's annoying. Sometimes I read for 1 hour. What a stream. So it looks like I'm not doing it, but I'm doing it a lot, right? So don't worry if you think that's not normal. It's completely normal. It's completely normal. The reason why I know all this stuff is because I did this 1 million times. And rather than always looking it up, I try to basically think about it and try to infer it. That's how you learn, right? That's how you keep your memory fresh. But if you continuously go to chat GPT for these things, you will, I swear to God, guys, you will end up swept again. You will end up swept like a sweeper, like a swiffer. Oh, there's a rapper here. I got a rapper. There is just a rapper entered my room. You know this rapper? It's not. You see this rapper? 50 cents. It's 50 cents. It's amazing. Guys, GPT is, to be honest, if you still use GPT for all this coding stuff, GPT is getting worse, right? I'm not gonna again do that again. Discuss GPT. It's just don't do it. It's my router handles these things, right? The problem is it's my router that's handling that thing. Wait. How can I do this, man? Marlene, man, your comments are valuable and your obvious experience, but I'm going to ignore your advice. Okay. You're a GPT fanboy. I'm gonna tell you, and you don't need to listen to me, but I can already know. You're already swept. You're already swept, my friend. I'm so sorry. You're already lost in salvation. It's already over for you. It's already over. This is fine. The problem is I didn't actually test it. The problem is this endpoint ID because we use you see, it's this one, right? GURL param inside of the handler. The only thing I can see this working is to... Is there no HTTP? Is there no testing things? We could do actually this. But wait, we do this with. I'm actually super confused. So it's using that from the request, innit? Wait, maybe I can fix it. Oh, it sets in the context. A little second, I need to... It sets a route key, I see. Wait, can I actually... I'm trying to... You see, this is how you figure it out, right? Instead of Googling something, you can try to hack, read the code from Chi, and try to find a way around that. That's how you do this stuff. And you will never forget that in your life. Is it the best way? I don't know. Can we actually do... It's this. It's doing. Ah, fuck. This is actually. Oh, route CTX key. Yeah, that's what we can do. You could do something like this, right? You could do rec like this CTX context with value. It should be a simpler method, I think, to set that. Wrap this context. Do a chi route CTX key, and then that's gonna be the endpoint ID. Is that true? Oh, yes, it is. I'm asking ID. It's going to... Man, guys, if the next, I swear to God, I don't have a ban. I don't know how to ban people. But the first one that basically, I swear to God, if somebody can explain me how I can ban with this ChatGPT, I'm gonna ban people. I don't literally care. I mean, that's not for... Get out of here. Get out. Call all your friends and unsubscribe from my channel and get out of here. With all this GPT bullshit, man. God fucking damn it. Fuck, man. Get out of here. You're lost. I'm so tired of that stuff. When are you using ChatGPT? For a regex, for example. Hey, write me a fucking regex to capture this. Press enter. That's maybe that's something good because regexes, what the hell? 20 years of experience and I cannot even write the most simple regex. I don't understand. But this key is getting set by that. That's not gonna work like that. I need to Google it right now. Chi test handlers. How? The only thing I need to know is inject this ID. What's this? Aha. Yeah, handler surf. I know. Ah, but wait, can we not just... Wait, no, it's not gonna work. He's probably not gonna test it. Of course not. The fucking idiot. Of course not. He's making a tutorial incomplete. Get post. Where do I do this ID? Yeah, testing regexes is actually something you could do. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you don't know what to do some regexes stuff. I think I never did that, and that's the reason why I just can't write any. It's not memorized. There's a problem. I mean, you don't need to do the special ones, but like the default ones, a regex is always nice. If you want to grab something or you need to search something, and you know regex on top of your head, like the basic patterns, that's a superpower. You know what I mean? Let's just run this thing, right? I mean, it's not gonna work because it's not the same. Why? Because it cannot find this endpoint, right? Why can I not find this endpoint? It should actually be... Yeah, it's 400 of course, because it could not find it, right? How can I set my ID in my thing? I'm using a default monitor. Was that 22 inch? 24 inch. And then I have a big, large one, like vertically set up. Because I don't have space in it. That's not a stupid question, my friend. There are no stupid questions unless you're gonna shit about ChatGPT. Like I said, it's the new... ChatGPT is creating a new wave of developers, right? It's creating all these insecure... I don't have a clue what I'm doing developers. Suddenly have a superpower. They think, right? But that's not true. They all gonna suffer from that. For example here, Raptor. Take Raptor for example, this project, where people don't know what it is, even with reading the code, they don't understand. Even with ChatGPT 5, 6, and 7, you cannot write this thing. Because it cannot... ChatGPT cannot comprehend what's going on. Try it. So if even if you have 3 developers with ChatGPT, they cannot even outcode me in this project because it's not gonna work. GPT doesn't know about it because it's all recent technology. It's all cutting edge technology. ChatGPT is 3, 4, 5 years old. It's trained on data that it's old. It's trained on data. If you take the mean of all the data, we're sitting around maybe 4 or 5 years back. That's where it can actually compute its next token, the best. Information that comes from that time, because there are a lot of tokens being gathered from, if you know what I mean. That's how language models work. Everything from the last year, new technology, it does not know a lot. So it's going to hallucinate and it's going to infer wrong things. But still, people, they don't believe me, but it does not need to be. You don't need to. The people that are basically agreeing and believe my philosophy, my narrative about this, good. The people that don't, you will also good, right? You will see. It's always painful to get your dreams crushed. That's true. It's always painful to get your bubble popped, like Pennywise. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Popping the bubbles. That hurts, I understand. Okay, we are fucked here. The question is... Actually, to be honest, how did I test that with the... I maybe could check with something else. Weavebox. I think I had some tests for my HTTP. Actually, we could actually make a mux, right? Isn't that the best thing we could do? Just make a mux or router and let it just route. I think that's the best thing. And then we just add one thing, router get, and we just do something like, just to test, it doesn't really matter. Like this, right? Of course, it's not gonna be the real endpoint, but it doesn't really matter. And we could say s.handle get endpoint. We need to make API handler. Make API handler. Do this as this. Do that. Boom. Press enter. I don't think we need to. This is the request. That's fine. But now we can actually do this, right? Instead of doing that, we could do router serve HTTP. It didn't found it. Is it that? I don't think so. Anthony, do you always work alone? Not always. But yeah, I work alone. I don't work alone. I work as sync. That's the thing. Because in exact an half an hour, I'm gonna eat. I go to the gym. I'm gonna do the most insane chest pump ever. That's my goal. Shoulders and chest pump, the biggest one. That's my goal for today. I woke up and I said today is gonna be a chest pump day. And I go to the store, buy some food. I come home, pick up my kids from school, check their homework, do a little play. Maybe check some emails, relaxing stuff. Then I need to train the football. My son and my daughter, they play football. And I'm the trainer. So I need to basically train the U7 of the KSK Klingen for 1 hour. And then I come back and then I go into my seat, take my laptop, put my headset on, and I go to the next sessions at night, at evening. So I'm gonna work for 4 hours. It's almost done, and my day is already complete. Isn't that amazing? That's cool, ain't it? No meetings, no stand-ups, no nothing. And it feels so good. But people don't need to listen, Christian, to me. Everything is my opinion, and I'm probably more wrong than I'm right. It's just what I experience. Okay, so what is going on here? This is like legit the get request we want. Can we actually test this real quick into this get endpoint? Here. There's gonna be a pointer. Print Alan, can we type rec URL? Let's do a path or something. To see if we actually hit this thing. We fucking don't. What's 4 to 5? Forbidden. Hey, this is not fun anymore. Wait. I need to pee so fucking hard, man. Oh! Hey, the Meulemeester! But still. Still. It's this. But still, is it gonna work? No. But that's also something we needed to do. Get ID. The thing is... Thank you much, Yogurt, for waffles and fries. Thanks, man. For sure. Waffles and fries. I'm gonna do that. Thank you so much. It's amazing. Thank you for the super chatterino. God damn it. Why is it not working? It's so annoying. Wait, let's do something. Let's keep it simple here. We just get this pad. Right. And we don't want an ID. Even that's not working. And even though we do a router server HTTP, right? What is a 405? Matter not allowed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, but this is a new router we create, right? For testing, I just use slash. This router is different, right? This router is different. We could do S router. We could do that actually. Actually, we could do that. Server HTTP. Can we not do this? S router server HTTP regress and then do indeed. Now we need to use that's actually maybe better to test because then we're testing the API endpoints, you know. But that's also probably not gonna work. Wait. Let's listen. You see, it's on listen. We don't listen. So we need to call. Actually, so bad that we do this here. I need to fix that. You see, it's the same. It stays the same. But I don't know why. Is it? Oh, wait. That's actually. Huh? Hey, now it works. Thank you so much for the That's weird because why is this post then working here? I mean, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, so let us go back to this get endpoint is this one. So this is working. We get the ID. Okay, but now we don't post an ID here in our test, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, boys. We're all gonna make it. ID string. Thank you so much. You see? I don't know everything. You guys help me. Legit. You legit are helping me. You legit are making my code work. Okay, but I got some problemos. It's the... Bon, enfin, c'est quoi ça ici, hein? C'est pas normal, hein? It's the created ad. I actually don't wanna... Do we do something with create endpoint? No. It's legit the same endpoint, my man. Ah, it's this. Because that's the point. These times always annoying, man. What we're gonna do is this. Differently. We're gonna do it differently. We're gonna say endpoints ID. We could do that, right? That's a good thing. Copy that. Endpoint name. Name. Actually, what we could do is reset the create at that time. That's maybe better. We can't. A little hack. A little hack. Well, actually, to be honest, I don't know who it was, but somebody gave me the idea that I needed to use the server itself. And it's better because now we are actually testing the spec. Well, yeah, the API spec. Right? And we don't do it here because we just do slash. And that's not what I want. This needs to be... What are we testing here? It's a post to endpoint, right? So we are gonna, instead of doing... First of all, what I'm gonna do in server is fix this thing real quick. This init router. Why do we do it here? We could do it... Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, that's fine. Why not? Let's init a router. Interface, no, man. You're gonna init a router. That's what I'm telling you. Like that. That's good. And then we're gonna say, instead of doing this one, we do s router server HTTP response rec. Correct. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking, I have the feeling that I'm gonna... I think I'm a little bit concerned that we're gonna miss things we need to test. I think it's gonna be fine because the only thing we actually changing is created at, so it's always going to completely check the whole endpoint to test, which is good. The moment we add a new field that's populated, the moment it's gonna bork out, right? Let us be honest. Let's be honest here. So that's basically, I will do this one probably off stream real quick. Yeah, besides that, it's working pretty fine. I can just do, for example, I have this example Golang, right? I have this beautiful application that I've written, right? And I can make ingress. It's now ingress. The ingress server is what it's called right now. It's probably not gonna work here. Yeah, that's because I'm handling login here. That's not good. Let's do routers, right? Let's compile this. Now I need an API. First to push it, to seed it in, right? And then I can make the ingress server, which ingress is wasm. Now it's probably gonna be not working, right? Page not found because we have routing, right? So dashboard, you see, from the dashboard handler. It's amazing! Or from the login, right? And from the login handler, look at that. Cloudflare workers. Reinvented right here, right now. You know what I mean? Easy peasy. Soon to be at your doorstep, guys. It's almost Almost. I'm gonna make the cloud platform in HTMX and Go Temple, right? And then I can actually prove the world a statement. I'm basically the only one in the world that does this, right? Let us be honest. There is no discussion about that. There is nobody else that does what I'm doing. At least not alone, right? I have some help from here and there. For example, handling from the Discord server. And a big thanks to Ashton Reef, which is the best example in my community of somebody that's young and is not afraid to experiment with things, put in the work for nothing at all. But don't be mistaken, because his efforts are will not be forgotten. You know what I mean? This guy's gonna make it. There are basically, I don't know, 800 people, 700-800 people on my Discord server. And there are only a handful of people that are gonna make it. Of course, there will be more, but that I know from. Because the way they talk to me, the way they be involved, the way they do, the way they... Only a handful that I can see from, oh, these guys are actually... are on the right track. And I like that. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for these people. Thank you so much, Ashton. Much appreciated. Your parents should be proud on you. Yes, they should. Very, very proud. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna peace out, work this off, and then I'm going to the gym. Of course, I'm gonna eat 3 eggs with some carbs, and then go to the gym and listen to some good music, probably Limp Bizkit or something. And yeah, and then we get this thing rolling, isn't it? So later on, we're gonna make applications and we're gonna deploy them on Raptor. And I'm gonna teach you how to maybe make some kind of a microservice system with Raptor and all that stuff. Yeah, the next generation of applications are being built on Raptor. Trust me, it's in my mind. It's my vision. It's my vision. You know what I mean? I'm a visionaire. Will it come to that point? Nobody knows. But it all starts with believing it in your head. You know what I mean? If you do not believe, if you cannot visualize it, if you cannot believe it, it will never happen. You know what I mean? Then is it a 100% guarantee that it will never happen? But if you start believing it, if you start visualizing it, if you start dreaming it, breathing it, executing it accordingly, there is a chance that it will happen. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But at some point. And if it will not happen, then we start something new. You know what I mean? Isn't that amazing? Thank you for watching, guys. I see you soon. I really need to pee. I think my kidneys are... they're basically exploding.